some numbers getting floated around, and everything is in millions and billions, so take it with a pinch of salt on this one. But we know that there are billions of people who are living in slum conditions. It's quite difficult to get accurate statistics, because when you talk about slums, it generally has an urban reference to it. However, with the urbanization rate of 3 to 4% a year, the urban areas are already saturated. The slum settlements are actually now spilling all over into the peri-urban areas. So when you look at Dhaka, for example, and Mumbai, these are the two cities that we're working with, there are 20 million people who live in a geographic area that is impossible to contain within an urban setting. Okay? The key point behind this slide is that we have a problem. We not only have a housing problem, but we have a social problem. We have overcrowded cities. We have overcrowded cities, no sanitation, no ventilation. In itself, it might look like a healthcare issue, it's an environmental issue, it's a healthcare issue, it's an economic issue. So regardless of all the efforts to create income generation opportunities for them, giving them $100 microloans, it's great. But unless you have these families to build assets and to minimize their vulnerabilities in case of a job loss or a healthcare, you are back to where you started. Slum upgrades, we see that in Kenya, in Nairobi, in several other areas. These are great, but they are primarily improving the living conditions. They don't touch the tenants' socioeconomic structure, the financial opportunities, their skill sets. Again, there is no income generation, asset building, nor minimizing the vulnerabilities in any of these programs. They simply handle it as a design, as a housing product. And as long as we continue to treat it as just a house, it is not going to work. Most important of all, we are not addressing the entire ecosystem. We have initiatives that are after the housing design or the financing or the value chain. There isn't anything that really looks at the public-private sector partnerships and creates the entire ecosystem for these affordable housing solutions to be pushed out. There we come in, our $500 house initiative. Okay? We think that we need a holistic and interdisciplinary approach. We think that we need public-private partnerships. We think that the entire supply chain and the value chain needs to be creative. It needs to be profitable for every party that's involved.